Welcome to DJ TV.
Make una come hear wetin dis former minister of works talk about the nominees for ministers.
My correct pipo, we greet una. Welcome una to DJ TV, una WhatsApp channel wey dey sama una with ogbonge updates, breaking news, updated updates. So abeg my pipo, if you never subscribe to our YouTube channel, make una rush now, make una go subscribe o, and also turn on that notification bell so that anytime we be like say we drop any update like this, una go dey notified. Our Facebook page, my pipo, make una follow us and make una dey like. Una do well. Anyway, my pipo, make we quickly run enter the tori and update we will carry come for una like this.
Dis former minister of works wey dey call Adeseye Ogunlewe don tok concerning the ministerial list wey come out last week for the interview wey e do with for Channels television. Na im for tok according to am, im tok say dem don present the list go senate for screening and vetting. Say dat one na just for formality, say because President Tinubu don already take im time take choose dis pipo, arrange dis pipo, say taking it to senate for cross examination or screening, so those one na just for formality, say na just na the process, say na dis pipo. Dem still tok concerning Wike. E say Wike own na compensation, kind of compensation na make im name dey there. So many things wey e tok, the way wey e take even take tok the whole thing, e come be like say all these politicians dey really see Nigerians finish, no be small. My pipo, I go play una dis video na, una hear from dis man, una hear wetin e dey tok, because e get as e be. Make una watch.
It's good to see you, Senator Ogunlewe. Tomorrow, Monday, against the usual procedure of the Senate, they're going to meet, be in plenary to sit on the confirmation and the screening process of the ministers. But give us an understanding, these minister designates, what could we expect? Now, Monday, sitting on Monday, extraordinary, because usually they would have started their week in the plenary on Tuesday. What kind of grilling should we be expecting?
Thank you for having me. Good evening, viewers. Well, let us classify these candidates into groups. There are groups that are members of National Assembly before, senators and House of Reps members. To my mind, those one will get accelerated clearance because that is tradition and it's their privilege. They won't take time on them, they will clear them. Then we have 4 governors, 2 of the governors were also senators too. So they will also get accelerated clearance. So it depends, it's now left with those people who are totally new to the system. There are party members too, that Dr. Otu, and a few of them, those ones will also get accelerated clearance. Now, we now have people who have no lineage or linkage with existing system. They are the ones that will now be thoroughly, quizzed, so to speak.
So we're talking about Senator Owaneno. We're talking about Senator Umai, Senator Baka Kiari. These are those who have been in the National Assembly. Also, Honorable Olubumi Tunji-Ojo is also a member of the National Assembly, and equally former Honorable Onyeji. These are those who have been in the National Assembly. So you imagine that these people will get some kind of accelerated clearance or confirmation. But do you imagine that some people might have some tough time? We saw in some other times the likes of Obatunde Fashola. He had a long conversation with the National Assembly. His own screening took a longer time than some other members of the nominees by President Buhari in their own time. But who are those you think might have some lengthy grilling process?
I don't think there will be any need for that. These are party representatives. They've been cleared by the party. They've been cleared by security agents. The National Assembly have very little to do. And the time, the situation of the country may not warrant lengthy talking. We need people to go to come and be ministers so that the country can move forward. There is no need. All these people have been screened by the security agents. They have been also cleared by the party. And I know the president, he will have done his own work very well. It's going to be very smooth sailing for everybody. That's my prediction.
If there is one person screening that you are looking forward to, who would that be?
None. It's only, the manifesto of the party will be critical because we don't want ministers to dictate the policy of the party. The policy of the party is already enunciated in the manifesto of the party. That is the only question they should ask them, whether they are familiar with the manifesto of the party. I will advise them to read through the manifesto of the party, and then the National Assembly members, senators cannot ask them questions restricted to only the manifesto of the party. Don't allow them to formulate policy for the party. It's going to be disjointed somehow.
If you look at it now, over the years, members of the National Assembly, especially senators, have requested that when presidents are transmitting names of minister nominations for ministerial positions, they should come with portfolios. So it makes their work easier, and we know how to streamline their questioning and the grilling of some of these nominees. How helpful or how difficult would their job be if the portfolios are now attached? Evidently, it wasn't attached.
Look, if I know how party system works, the Senate president, the deputy Senate president, the majority leader would probably have known, the portfolio to be assigned to these people. It's not going to be a secret thing. Parties don't work, it doesn't work that way. It's not only one person who will know why we pick this person, why we pick this person. There must be an idea of what the role they can play in this system before they were nominated. So it's not going to be difficult at all. And it's not going to be an issue. One can guess who is going to be where. And members of the National Assembly, the Senate President, the Deputy Senate President, and probably the Speaker or the Majority Leader, they will have known a little about the portfolio to be assigned to these candidates. So it's not going to be, they can have an executive section and they will have discussed this matter. It's a party thing. The party should not allow the opposition to take it over from them.
It doesn't look like it's going to be an entirely a party thing, because this is not only APC lawmakers that are going to be grilling them. It will be a joint session. It will be in the committee of the whole. That means 109 senators, if possible, in the exception of one of the nominees who is also a sitting senator, Senator Dave Umahi. But in all of these, a few names that have come up, one we imagine the kind of portfolio that they could fall into. Take, for example, Mr. Lateef Fagbemi, who is a very senior lawyer, a senior advocate of Nigeria. One will imagine that it might be the next Attorney General of the Federation. Professor Pate, who was a former Minister of State for Health, might be the next Minister of Health. Someone like Senator, Honorable, the former Governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, is being, a lot of people are talking about him heading the power ministry, and the former governor of Rivers State heading the Ministry of Works, and a few positions that people are speculating could go. There are those who are evident and obvious. We have also another medical doctor there, Better Edu. We have a few lawyers within the nominees. Mr. Dele Alake has a clear profile. What he's done all his life is being in the area of communication, media, and journalism. But in these, what would you say from your experience that could be going on the minds of President Bola Tinubu, the man that you know who has been the governor of Lagos State for 8 years, these kind of personalities, what can you predict? What can you foresee looking at the crystal ball?
As we are speaking now, it will be in discussion with critical stakeholders in the party and in the National Assembly. And they will have determined who is going to man which portfolio. It's not going to be himself alone. He's a team player. He will have discussed extensively with so many people. And before tomorrow morning, every member stakeholder in that group will have known who is going to be where. So they are going to the National Assembly will just be a formality. I think so.
But some of the senators are already speaking. They said it will not be a formality. They will grill them to the joy of Nigerians. For example, for them to be able to know what exactly they are going there to do. The nation is at a critical stage. But for you, if you look at it, could you predict if there's a possibility that maybe one or two persons may not be confirmed by the senators?
I don't think so. Honestly, they will have held executive section before they go into main plenary. And they will have discussed and ironed out a few things. And it depends on the skill of the Senate president. And I can assure you, he's an extremely skillful politician. You don't allow anybody to impede, the program of your party. You will have discussed with them and get clearance, and then we move ahead. I don't think it's going to be difficult. It's going just to be a normal exercise, because the nation is waiting. We are in a hurry to have a cabinet to move on. So anybody who wants to disturb what we are doing now may not have his way. Nigeria may be unhappy. Let us have an executive. Let the country move forward. The president alone cannot be running the country. So clear them immediately by Tuesday, Wednesday. Let them have the portfolio. Let them be inaugurated. Let the country move forward.
But I mean, yes, it's good that we need to, have a clearance and a closure to some of these things so that the nation can move forward. But again, the reason why the National Assembly is there, and interestingly, you are one person that has sat in the two parts of the government. You've been a senator, you've been in the cabinet. But again, is that no one will say, just screen them and go in. At the end of the day, if they do not perform, Nigerians will be asking questions. But you guys were the ones who screened them. And that's why it is critical for them, for the senators to take a critical look. Anyone who does not look like a minister that can serve Nigeria should not be screened. I think that will be the kind of feeling that Nigerians will have. If someone does not fit the bill, he should go back home, let the president replace such a person. Don't you think so?
That's not my own idea of the work of a minister. Fortunately for us, APC has a manifesto. In that manifesto, if you read it properly, almost everything has been spelled out, what they want to do, how they want to achieve their goals. Probably they will have committees like they have now on revenue, they have on taxes, that will now formulate a policy. The minister is not supposed to be formulating policy for the party or for the government. The government should formulate policy and allow the minister to implement that policy. Because if you allow the tendency of the individual minister to interfere with the manifesto and policy of your government, there will be a distortion. Because there are so many characters around. You can bring a minister who does not believe in primary health care. Whereas the base of any form of medical services is primary health care. And it's a surgeon. What are you going to do? And your own program is primary health care. Look at what happened in the area of education. We have some universities started to increase fees, and Unity School increase fees. That is not the policy of the government. We should not allow an individual to take over the responsibility of government. Government policy must be adhered to by the minister, not the minister to dictate the policy to government. You embarrass that government. Government is saying university education is free. Somebody is saying they must pay. So who did they vote for? They voted for the party. So my own view is that the party must take a stand This is our policy. This is what we want to do. If you have a different view, you can go out and go away with your different view. This is our manifesto. This is what we must abide with. And this is our policy. And our policy must be sacrosanct.
Yes, so my people, now the update we will carry come for like this video. So now here wetin this man dey talk. Now wow, this is our policy, this is our rules. Which kind of policy? Party policy. That ministers want to work for Nigeria. They are working for Nigeria as a whole, not be for party. Anyway, my people, how una see this whole matter? How una reason? And make una drop una comment too, and make una no forget to like and share. DJ